Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. Hopefully your week has been going well so far. We do have a new challenge to take care of, and luckily today seems like it's gonna be a bit easier than the Saturday's one. That was a bit of a pain. Again, it'll depend what Nightsisters you have, but hopefully, you know, Nightsisters, OG Nightsisters have been in the game for a very long time, so you have them either from farming or maybe Lightspeed bundle, or now you also have the latest Nightsisters as well. Either the old team or the new team, they can get the job done, so hopefully you can get the max grade today. Alright, so there'll be YouTube chapters below, as always, if you want to skip ahead. Otherwise, let's have a look at what's happening today. It's Takodana, and immediately go like, oh, that's the one with the death mark, isn't it? Now, luckily, Ewoks are relatively quick, so hopefully they will go first and death mark themselves. Something to obviously pay attention to, because whoever deals damage first gets death mark applied on them, and then whenever you kill off that enemy, whoever deals damage next again gets death mark. And this, like, the start of the battle is in your control, right? You could maybe slow down your units and make sure Ewoks go first and they death mark themselves, but who deals damage after the Ewok goes down, that's what a little bit RNG kind of plays the factor, right? How turns line up. So you may need a couple of attempts if, you know, have a very bad RNG that you are constantly getting death mark. Something to pay attention to. Of course, you can utilize units that, you know, don't get any damage from a death mark, like Malak, any of the Kylos, right? Any of the Galactic Legends for that matter as well. Alright, so in terms of the player modifier, very short one, limitless magic for the Nightsisters. Essentially, anytime any ally is revived, Nightsister allies will gain a stack of Ichor, which gives them extra health, protection, offense, and speed. So even if Nightsisters maybe not doing a lot of damage out of the gate, you know, the more revives, right, the more offense you will get, and eventually you will get them down. So you just have to kind of persevere through this battle. And then the Ewoks modifier, very short one as well. They gain 50% counter chance, 20% speed. That's what I'm saying. Like, Ewoks, you know, they are very quick, so hopefully, you know, shouldn't be too much difficult to make sure that your team is a bit slower than them. And then whenever enemy attacks out of turn, they get stunned, or probably not so really important today. So really the extra speed actually for Ewoks that actually works against them today. So that's good. Alright, let's do the OG Nightsister squad. So this is from my smaller account where I don't have them all relic top. I do have both Zetas on Talzin, Asajj, and as well Marin. No Zetas on Daka though. They don't have great mods on them. So I'm not sure what like the minimum here is, but I would imagine as long as you've got like a beefy Marin or beefy Daka, right, that they can survive long enough and keep reviving. The others, I think Nightsisters don't matter as much. Anyway, let me show you the footage of the battle I did. It was a bit of a rough one, but I got through it in the end. So you can see Ewoks very quick. They go and death mark themselves. Again, maybe some RNG. Who gets death mark on their side? In my case, Pablo got death marks. I'm gonna dispel all their buffs. And, you know, we don't have any other choice by going after Pablo now, because he, Logray, because he's got death mark on him. Logray down. Again, a bit of an RNG. Luckily, Nisa went next, so she death marked herself. So we'll just take her out. As you can see, Marin here, my Marin is modded for tenacity, so she's resisting a lot. That's how really Marin should be modded anyways. But anyway, there we go. We lost Daka. That's okay. Marin can bring her back. Unless Marin goes down. Alright, there we go. Marin's back. Oh boy, definitely I think this would be easier if you have a beefy Daka, because my Daka there, as you can see, didn't last long, and then obviously you just rely on Marin's revive. So with a beefier Daka, even with her Zeta, would help as well. Now this is where things get tricky, right? Only 2 Ewoks and 5 Nightsisters, so now the odds are against me, meaning that most likely my Nightsisters get death mark, and unfortunately you can't revive death mark to enemies. So I tried to avoid getting death mark with Daka there by doing her heal instead of a damage, but now Asajj got death marked, and now Daka got death marked anyways, because both Asajj and Daka, right, I think they gain bonus turn meter when somebody's defeated, so that's why they were getting turns. But luckily here, 2v2 in the end. Ewoks just kept going after my zombie, and this then allowed me eventually to prevail. Just hit full auto. Not doing a whole lot of damage right now, but remember, we are getting extra damage from Ecor there. There you go. So getting 5% offense for each stack. So as long as, you know, one Nightsister and zombie is alive, and they keep killing zombie, because in my case she's weaker, I guess, than Marin, I was able to pull this off. Just hit full auto, and after a few minutes we finally finished off the last Ewok as well. And there we go. Definitely a bit of a rough one, some RNG elements, but I think as long as you've got a beefy Marin or a beefy Daka, you still should be good with OG Nightsisters, just to keep the revives going. And then you have to try and somehow manage those death marks. Hopefully they lined up as they did for me. Obviously, if you do have the new Nightsisters Great Mothers, Morgan, they can get the job done. Now, the reason why I brought Nightsister Initiative here, because on her basic, right, she's dealing damage over time. So I was thinking, can we get damage over time as well done or not? I said, let's give it a go. Maybe if you would play manually, you could squeeze it out. I don't know, but I just have a feeling because of the death mark, would you just be taking these guys down too quickly. Here was debating who to put Doom on. I just decided to do on Logray because he's got a daze. I'm gonna go ahead and put Blast over on Nightsister Initiative, so then she's called to assist, right, whenever somebody calls special ability. But unfortunately there we got daze by Logray. So no assist, and as you can see here, I'm like, oh, let me try auto basic then, because with auto I think I'll take them down too quick. I won't be able. So you can see we are getting some damage over times on them, but not nearly enough, at least in my case. I have no idea without fit tracker like how close I was. So I'm like, do you know what, that's fine. Great Mothers can get this down on autoplay without issues. Let's just turn, you know, to our trusted guy Darth Vader to get damage over times done as well on autoplay. Again, some sort of Malak line up there that, you know, he can maybe get death mark. I brought in Kyle as well. He doesn't care about death mark. So what I'm going to do is put a weapon tech over on Darth Vader, so he's getting bonus turn meter. Then I'm just going to go ahead and hit full auto. This time Nisa went first, looks like, and got death mark on herself, so we should be able to finish her. Okay, we enter Merciless now. Another Force Crush coming in. Nisa almost down. Down she goes. Looks like Sherpa did damage next, so he's now death marked. And now Darth Vader got death marked. But luckily, Darth Vader, there is some protection, health recovery whenever damage over time is expire. And, you know, between Malak a little bit and Kylo, also, you know, AI is not the most clever who they want to hit when you have a couple of taunts around you. And that now completed damage over times on full autoplay here for me. And now hopping over to my main account, if you do have Lord Vader, this should be even more straightforward, because he will go first, get that mark on himself, and now any Galactic Legend for that matter. And then, you know, you don't have to worry about the whole death mark thing as well. Or if Kylo or Malak, but Ewoks are quite fast, I'm not sure if you would be able to get Kylo Ren and Must or Malak to go first in this case. So, you know, using Galactic Legends is fine as well. But as we know, Lord Vader battles, they do take a while, but eventually we do get them down, and full auto damage over times done in my main account as well. And there you have it, guys. Today's challenge is basically autoplay pretty much, no matter what team it seems like you use, except maybe OG Nightsisters. You have to a little bit babysit them, especially if they're not high relic, they don't have a whole lot of damage. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.